All right, welcome back to another episode of Come As You Are. This is your girl, Sarah.
Welcome, welcome. It's Eliana.
It's Navita. Hello.
I'm P.
Hey, P.
And we got a special guest with us this evening.
Sir, your name?
My name is James, but in the entertainment world, my name is Jimmy.
Hello, Jimmy.
Jimmy
Welcome.
Jimmy AGE, whatever you want to call me.
Wait, why is it AGE? What does the AGE stand for?
Whatever you want, you know. It's
Oh.
but the company I have is it's called the Awesome Groovy Era. So
Okay.
yeah,
No,
basically,
it's up to us to decide what we want to
Right.
call you.
After game excitement.
Because I'm,
a
there's
great entertainer.
There you go. Yeah, that part.
Yes, that one.
That's what I said.
You know, all gods elevate. You know, that's like if I'm one of my, you know, my Dr. Umar mood right there. You know what I'm saying?
So tonight we're going to tap into the music industry type of situation. We're going to talk about producing beats and all of that. That's why Jimmy is joining us this evening. We're going to get into it. Let's start it off. Jimmy.
Yes.
What made you decide to go, and was this a passion or was this something that you were trying to pursue as a career?
As far as the production or
Yes.
just entertaining at all?
Production.
Well, I mean, truthfully speaking, production came as a necessity. Like I made beats out of necessity because, you know, I'm really a rapper first, and I didn't really have access to people that made beats at the time, and the people that I did hear through, like, you know, like my dad might know, not might know, but knowing people that produced and all that, you know, their beats didn't fit me personally. You know, they kind of had like the standard kind of like generic beats that fit for radio. What's up, brother Los?
Hello, hello.
And
oh shit, y'all can see me?
Yeah, we live.
Baby.
Damn.
In effect.
That's Los.
What the fuck is this?
Yo, she's killing me.
Come As You Are.
Yes.
Welcome, Los.
Los, you here now, baby? It's all good.
Hold on. So, like, first of all, I ain't even on WhatsApp no more, so people gotta understand that, like, when y'all hit me, like, Big told me, I was like, what the fuck is you talking about? He was like, yo, P put Los up there, and I'm like, damn, like, I wouldn't. So if Big ain't never told me this shit, I would have never been up here.
Well, here you are.
And a few as well.
Damn,
That's
that's crazy.
Wait, so wait, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just saying, I talked to the ladies before. I don't know where
You
it's
did.
So you in here at Los.
You in here, brother. You in here.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah,
What's
so
popping, man?
I'll tell you now. They were asking me about like my origins and the production and all that. So I was just basically telling them like I did it pretty much out of necessity because, you know, my dad knew people that made beats and all that, and they just didn't fit me. So and I mean, at the time, you know, I didn't have the means to, you know, I was young. I didn't have the means to buy expensive equipment. But once the program Fruity Loops came out, I was able to download like a bootleg, a cracked version of it through my friend's cousin. And then once I was able to do that, you know, it was pretty much trial and error and just learning and you know, just trying it out and then just kind of, I guess, perfecting it and all that. I mean, I'm still learning to this day. Like, I still mess with things and tweak things and all that. Like, you know, I'm still messing with it to this day. So,
What about now? Are you still a rapper first, or are you a producer first?
It's crazy because now it seems like, what's up, big man?
What's going on? Hey, everybody, my bad.
Hey.
I mean, I'm still a rapper first. I just seem to have more. I guess it was easier for me to get doors open with the production.
Right.
So the production has been kind of opened more doors for me. And then, but once I put out my project that'll be coming out soon, I mean, I feel like a lot more doors are open because it's like, you know, I do beats and also make good music as well. And all that, so.
Right. And you got bars.
Oh yeah, I got bars, definitely.
You got bars.
I got bars, man. Call me Willie Wonka.
So this question is kind of for all of you. I know, Los, you have your own podcast, as we've discussed with you in the past. And Big Man's also a producer, music producer. And I guess my question would be, how do you guys know when to stop tweaking the stuff? Like, stop tweaking the track, stop making adjustments, stop making edits, and just like either mix and master or put your podcast out? Like, how do you know when to stop?
I don't know when to stop. I just keep going, and sometimes I overproduce. You don't really know when to stop. You just stop. Like sometimes I go back to it, and I'll be like, "Oh, I don't need that," or I add something to it. But I used to overproduce a lot, put so much stuff, just try to fit in everything I could fit in, and you listen to it days later, and then that's when you fix it.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I always felt like, beats needed certain elements and sounds in it, and sometimes it'll be the simplest things that might work, and that's all you need. Like, I always refer back to Pharrell and the Neptunes doing Grinding. Like, that's like the most simplest beat ever, but it works though. It's simple, but it works, and it's a classic record. And when do I know? I guess it's just a feeling. You'd be like, all right, cool. It sounds good here. That's it. Like,
Right.
But.
Okay, question. Is there a particular artist?
Sorry, Sarah. Los, did you want to answer that question?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I mean, from a pod standpoint, I learned to just kind of like let everything that I'm saying just float, like come out. So like when I was doing just audio, I was at a point where I was kind of like breaking down the speech to make the flow better. But then as I started doing videos, I kind of just let everything that I said come out that way. And then from an editing standpoint, it's just more so smoothing the background noise. And then what you hear, like when it comes out to DSPs and all that, that's pretty much like what you hear from there. So that's like how that's what helped me. And I would tell like other podcasters like y'all or whatever, to just like let what y'all say flow. Unless y'all saying some shit that's like wild, they're not gonna understand that. But 9 times out of 10, you just saying what it is. So just let that happen. And the only thing you really editing is just like the background noise. So like being that I'm at the crib with it, sometimes like I record and you'll hear like the vent or like you'll hear the washer and dryer type shit, because it's like real life going behind the scenes. Right. So it's just like breaking, like editing that part, and then everything else is what it is.
Okay. So my question is there a artist or a producer that inspired you to, or that you look for inspiration from, or that you just think is really dope and you're like, this is where I'm trying to be at in life, not be them, but be in your own way, but get to that level because of them?
Man, let them know who the GOAT is, man.
Yeah, very good.
Nah, that's the producers, man. Let them go first.
We can't hear Big Man. I don't know what happened, but we can't hear you, Big.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy already knows.
Oh, there we go.
Big good?
No.
Damn.
Big. Oh, there you go.
He might come back in.
My favorite producer of all time is Timbaland.
Mm-hmm.
Timbaland is my guy because he was just different, like different sounds, different samples, and it wasn't the generic hip hop stuff that I heard and all that. So Timbaland's always been like my favorite. Inspiration is a producer named Jay Dilla. You know what I mean? He's considered underground, but he's done a lot of like major stuff though. Like I think notably he's done Janet Jackson's You Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone with Q-Tip.
Right.
Okay.
He did that. He did stuff with Tribe Called Quest, of course, and many other things and all that. I can't think. I'm just blanking right now, but
didn't you know? You know, the Badu record.
Right. He did stuff with Badu, right? He did stuff with Badu, of course. With the Soulquarians, like, you know, Roots, D'Angelo, and stuff like that. You know, he's dope. You know, if you're not familiar with him, you should get familiar with him and check out his stuff. You know, unfortunately passed, I think 2002, 2003. But yeah, his beats are dope. You know, it's very abstract, and I like stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I do too.
So
Big, you back?
I'm back. You hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, a lot of local people, you know what I'm saying, influenced me. I got the Fruity Loop one day, made a beat, and then people, once I get the smile on people's face, then I just kept going.
Mm-hmm.
It was all a joke to me. When I first started rapping, I used to just write a bunch of jokes that rhyme. Just if I make you laugh, I was fine with it. I never really took it serious, and then after a while, I just started getting better at the beats, and then I took the beat part more serious than the rapping part. But you know, like Manny Fresh, I listen to him. I like his beats when I first started, and I try to like dissect his beats in my head. He was kind of the main one because I couldn't figure out how he get all those sounds in there. But Manny Fresh is probably the ones that I listen to and try to dissect what he did. And if I could go and make something similar, then like, okay. Then just started getting better at it.
Okay. Los?
I love that answered the question, but
No, it answered the question because
the podcast got serious real quick.
You asking me like what, like who I was inspired, like producer wise? Like,
yeah. Like even on a pod level, like what made you decide? Because you do you talk about a lot of artists, right? Local artists, known artists, and your knowledge about music is like crazy, right? So what made you decide to go in that direction, especially when you decide to go on your podcast, like to talk about, you know, the local artists and so forth?
Yeah, so like that, so that more so goes off like what, like my name, like the name is for the love, so it's just like it ties into like showcasing the talent that we have in the area, and then I pertain that question. You got to bring up like the Joe Buttons and the Tatstones and the you know, the Combat Jacks, and you know what I'm saying, rest in peace, and you know those type cats, because those are the ones that I saw like do podcasts, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. And then being around a lot of people like these two brothers and a lot of other people that I know personally that can rap, that can produce, I knew I can't really do that, but I knew I figured out like I can talk, like, you know what I'm saying, I can use my voice and like pop my shit in that realm. So podcasting was that. So I would go with those names. And then from a music standpoint, being from where I'm from, which I'm from Norfolk, and I personally feel that we are the influence in this whole culture shit. When you bring up the Timberlands, the Missies, the, you know what I'm saying, the Pharrells, the Knots, the Binks, like the Lex Lugers, I can go on, like even sports, you got the Vicks, you got the AIs, you got, you know what I'm saying, like it's just our whole atmosphere is like, it's the influence. So that's what the pod is about. And it's just showcasing that local talent that we have, like people, you know, like they know Fro. He's one of like many of like local talents that is like fucking fire, and I feel like this needs to be showcased. So that's what the pod is about, and that's why when I was brainstorming the pod, I'm thinking the names, and I had Beloved up there because of Tatstone, who uses Beloved, but I'm thinking like that's kind of like a little cliche, a little corny, because it's like that's not my like. And shout out to Loaded Lux because that's his shit too. Right. Like, those are the people that I think of when you hear that name. So when I thought about what I'm doing it for, and I'm like, boom. And then my mom, shout out to my moms, because she say for the love, she'll say, oh, for the love all the fucking time. So when I heard her say that, I'm like, oh shit, I can use that. And then I started using that. So to send it that, like to say all of that, I'm saying to go back to the question is really just about where I'm from. And just knowing that we got more than what people see from the city. Like Missy Elliott is the first woman artist to enter the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You understand? And she from Portsmouth, so I just
Yeah.
need people to understand that.
Missy, man.
But that's, you know what I mean? You know?
Nice. I kind of have a two-part question for each of you. I'm gonna go around, and I'm gonna start with you, Jimmy. How long have you been doing anything music related?
Ooh, man. Let me keep it short. Professionally, I would say
No, not even professionally, even amateurly. Like, how long you started and you first got interested to this point? How long has it been?
My son been rapping since he was 4. You know what I mean?
Nah. I had older cousins that rapped and all that. So I got interested making music probably when I was like 7, 8 years old, maybe.
Okay. And then when you said you started dabbling with making beats, how old were you?
Oh, at that time I was probably 17, maybe.
Okay. So how many years from then would that put you at today?
I'm 37, so
I was
that's
going to
20
say,
years.
Jim's like 50,
so about
so
20. Oh, 100.
still
Okay.
20, yeah, because like, about 20 years. Yeah.
All right. What about you, Los?
Still learning, still.
True story. Because this is funny. I had this idea. I had the idea of doing the pod since like I want to say 2016. But the moment I knew and felt that I was going to do it was when Big's Ambition EP had dropped.
Okay.
And I remember this because it was around August, and that was like one of my favorite moments on. And I'm not saying this shit because he here, but I remember that shit dropped, and this was the same night that Nas album dropped.
Wow.
And that was like one of my favorite moments. And then around that time, that was the whole Kanye and Drake situation. And then at that point, my birthday was coming up, which is like September 1st. So I'm putting all this together, and I'm like, and then it just hit me like, boom, I know what I'm gonna do for my first episode. Even though I had the pod ideas from like 2016.
Yeah.
So I'm saying all of that because from 2016 up until 2020, I was blank. Like I had the idea, but I ain't had the execution until that moment happened. And then I'm like, oh, I know what I'm gonna talk about. So shout out to Big for that because I always tell Big that shit.
Okay. That's nice. Now, what about you, Big?
Probably since I graduated high school, by around 05.
Okay. So that lets me know that you all have some years into this already, right? And so now we know people, let's say whatever their age is, they're old and they're like in their 40s trying to get into something that they've always been passionate about but never really put the effort in, or just young starting out. I want to go back around and ask each of you, what would be your best suggestion, like software, hardware, people, networking, websites, any type of resource that you can give us for them to just kind of get started with and decide if this is right for them? What would you say, Jimmy?
You said to decide if it's right for them or if they're already in motion.
Yeah, they're not even in motion.
What's going to give them that extra umph to say I'm going to do
it? Close. They've been thinking about it all this time for a long time, and now there's like, how do I even start? Where do I start? What am I going to do? What's a good way for them to just get started and then see where they go with it?
Find your local hip hop places. Like for me, it was like open mics and all that.
Okay.
You know, but besides my cousins and you know, pursuing it professionally and somewhat getting places, on my own, when I pretty much spread my own wings and was on my own, I would go to Manhattan and New York, because I'm in New York. I would go to Manhattan and go to open mics and just like gauge like, okay, yeah, he was kind of corny, so okay.
Right.
Oh, she was hot, oh, okay, so I got to work on this and this and that third, and before I can even attempt to showcase my talent and all that. So I would say, go to your local hip hop events, network, like you said, networks, or gauge what's going on, see what's popping, and to see if it fits you. I would say find your tribe and all that, basically, because you could be somewhere where you're not appreciated, and then go somewhere else where you're, where
you
exactly right. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, basically just find what's your local hip hop spots, and just have fun, enjoy, and see.
But you know what? To speak to that open mic, it's like So I was preparing for something, right? And I used to be real nervous to speak in front of people, right? So I actually went to open mic night.
You was there?
And I did a spoken word in front of everybody, right? Because I was preparing for something. So I think it's a great tool, just even if you're trying to branch out there and you're trying to, navigate in a different direction, because you don't know these people, right? But they're gonna give you, they're gonna critique what you do. And they were like, after I got done, they was like, "Man, that's dope. Did you really write that?" And I was like, "Yes." No, I'm poetic when I want to be, okay? But so those open mic nights is everying.
Absolutely, hell yeah. And then you never know who's there.
Yeah, you never know.
Who's there. It could be somebody like a A&R from a company, or it could be Tyler Perry's assistant, and he in the cut. You don't even know who he is and all that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I met a lot of people like that. Just on the cut, didn't know who they was, and just you network with people, and then you find out later and all that. Because,
So we got networking, going to local hip hop events. Big Man, can you add on to that? And also, do you have any suggestions for people wanting to get into the producer part? Like, how do they do that with programs? Or I have no clue. So you're talking to someone that knows nothing. Is there equipment? Is there website?
Yes, a Big Man drop in.
I'm gonna throw that back out to one of you two, because Big Man disconnected temporarily.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm sorry, Los, my fault if I cut you off.
No, you good.
I was gonna say, for me, like I said, I didn't have the resources to buy hardware because it was expensive, and at the time I was prepubescent and all that. So, but I knew I had a passion for it. But like I said, once Fruity Loops, which is a software, came out for Windows, I was able to download it, get a crack version, download it, and then just trial and error, mess with it and see how it works and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Is that something still current? What was it called again?
It was called Fruity Loops, but now it's called the FL Studio now.
Not the cereal.
It's too bad they changed the name.
I know. I like that.
I like Fruity Loops.
Fruity Loops.
That's like the OG name. That's the first program I ever heard of any producers using was Fruity Loops.
That's what I started off of too.
Yeah. And then
tell them where you at, because the dynamic of where you all are is different, right? So
that's what I was about to say.
You go to open mic nights, Big, you stay.
I ain't had like open mics.
Right.
I'm from the country, South Carolina, Walterboro, South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
We had like open mics and stuff like that. So basically, I was just making music for my little neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And I would give advice I wish I would have let more people hear my music, because I always thought it was something anybody could have do because it was so easy. But you let other people hear it. I didn't think, when people said, "Hey, that's dope," I would downplay it because it didn't really take time to do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, okay.
So I would let people know, just play your music. You know what I'm saying? Because I met Craig Mack just from my cousin playing my music in his house while getting DirecTV. And the dude that was installing the DirecTV heard the music.
That's dope.
Got my information from my cousin, and then I linked up with him. He linked me up with Craig Mack.
Nice.
And that's when I was like, damn, this Craig Mack, he liked my stuff? And that's when it clicked in my head, like, oh, I could do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that little boost.
Yeah, but before that,
the right person.
Yeah, before that, I never thought I could have, make it from where I'm from, and I was just doing it for my boys in the neighborhood.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's your first target audience. Is your people's.
I was cool, and I wasn't even thinking outside of that. But then until the stars aligned, and I'm sitting next to Craig Mack, he playing my beats.
Nice.
And I'm like, okay, I can do it. So that's when I made the push at it. And on and off since 2005. And seems like every time I make the push at it, I meet somebody in the industry. In this last push I made, I met a bunch of people in the industry. So
because it was meant for you to do it. That's gotta give a rewarding feeling just by itself.
Yeah, so I'll just tell people, make your music and let the world hear it. You know, just if you don't think it's that good, I mean, you want it to be good enough, but like don't down yourself because you don't have the latest and greatest equipment or stuff that like as long as it sounds good, you don't need all that top dollar equipment. At least start out, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Soulja Boy is a millionaire off Fruit Loops, and he was using generic sounds.
Yeah.
Like, what's the crank that, right? Crank that was generic.
I need those features, you know what I'm saying? It don't just make music. Do what you do, and you'll get better at it. It's like practice, and you'll get better at it. You'll start hearing different things. You just got to keep doing it, and then talent will always make you see through the cracks. So,
absolutely,
very well said, my brother.
Los, I know you're a local celebrity now. I mean, you've been doing this thing for a minute now.
Talk
about it. Pop the collar, man. Pop the collar, baby.
You go out and relax. Your autograph and stuff. Like, yeah, let me get that up off you real quick.
Oh, wow.
Gonna make me, you know.
My man got councilmen want to take pictures with him, man. Come on, man.
That's what I'm saying.
Making a difference.
I love the celebrity.
That boy good. I forgot the fucking question, man.
Some advice to anyone wanting to start pursuing music business, producer wise or rapper wise.
You know, but I would just tell people, man, because it's easier said than done. But just like I feel like the illest shit that you can do is come up with something and execute it and do it. You know what I mean? And whatever comes for that is what it is. Like Big said, you don't necessarily have to have the state of the art equipment. Like, you know what I mean? I bought a $100 mixer. Got a MacBook. The MacBook is the most expensive shit that I have. I ain't gonna lie, but that was from a stimulus.
This ain't no joke. I'm with you.
But that's
an investment.
It is an investment.
Right, and that was from a stimulus check. So you know,
listen,
what I mean?
You got it, bro.
You know what I mean? So it's like we was blessed with that. Got a $100 mixer, and then had a mic, and then like I said, gave y'all the story with the whole the ambition situation. So when I put those, like it just hits. Like that's another thing. You'll feel it. So when you feel it, just execute it. And then of course, whatever you do, you just gotta stay consistent with it. So that way people can still talk about it. And then the only thing I would say to that is have a team. You know what I mean? That's one thing that's one thing I really peeped recently, that like you really gotta have a team, because a lot of people don't know I'm doing this by myself. You know what I'm saying? So like seeing y'all, that's like I'm proud of what y'all doing, because it's like this shit is dope. You know what I mean? Besides me knowing y'all, it's just ill. And then just really want to have a team, because it can get to points where it's like you need a cameraman and editing and all that. It can get overwhelming.
Yeah.
But it's just really staying consistent for real, and then just knowing what you're doing is for you. You know what I mean?
I like that last part you just said. Knowing what you're doing is for you. I think that's the key ingredient to anything you want to do.
Very well said.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So let me interject real quick, because if I'm not mistaken, Jimmy, you just won
game banging, man. Oh my god!
Wait, what happened? I didn't hear Sarah. What she said?
You just won something not too long ago. You were a winner.
Yeah,
2 times.
Jimmy 2 times.
So let's talk about it.
Rob this nigga about 5 times. Like,
word, facts. That's a fact.
Sometimes you give yourself it, or you're so humble, you don't want to talk about how great you really are, right? But let's talk about what just happened not too long ago. What happened recently? This is not the first time, right?
Yeah, nah. This my second time when I won a beat battle. Second time I won the producer plug beat battle.
All right.
Yeah, it was hosted by Psycho Les of the Beatnuts, the group the Beatnuts.
Wow.
Who've made classics like Off the Books and Watch Out Now.
Wow.
So yeah, man, it was cool. It was fun, man. And the funny thing about it was, like, I think maybe the day before I was like, yo, I'm not even gonna be in the battle. I was like, you know, because I'm working on my album.
Right.
My album's like 90% done.
Right.
Big man, what's up, big?
Yeah,
I'm
gonna get there. I'm gonna
It's
get there.
90% done.
Falling
I
out.
got a busy household here. I'm gonna get
Yeah,
I feel you, man. I feel you. But yeah, I've been like locked in with the album because I know, you know, Big Man had a great showing with his the Ambition project, and you know, a lot of people, especially on Clubhouse, they were like, "All right, well, Jimmy, you next up. What's going on?" Like, you know what I'm saying? And so,
but you're not saying why though, because put one of them tracks on that shit. You on there?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's
you know
like, I hate, sorry to cut you off because like that's another thing Big did. Like he, you know what I'm saying, he showcased that Jimmy can rap because we all know Jimmy for the, you know, comedic aspect. But the motherfucker can rap for real.
I just be myself, man.
I feel like before the night is out, you need to give us a couple bars. Let it let it.
Damn.
He spanked me all over that track. I said, damn.
Yeah. Now, so, damn, what I'm saying, the project. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, the project's 90% done, and the day before, I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, when it was announced, I was like, I'm not gonna get into the battle. I said, I'm good. Like, I already won in April. I'm like, I'm good. You know what I mean? And then. I mean, you know what I mean? My man Distro hit me. He was like, yo, you gonna be in a battle? So it kind of like a call out a little bit. So I was like, all right, fine. I'm like, fuck it then. Oh, excuse my language, sorry. I'm like, forget it then, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, all right, cool. I'll be in it. And I mean, truth be told, man, I was like, all right, like, you know, I'm like, you know, these joints right here, they good. They good joints, man. They good, man. Like,
right.
I know they fire, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, okay, you never know though. And then, you know what I mean? I went through my rounds and I won. I was like, oh shoot, okay.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So yeah, man. And the funny thing about it is, like I said, you know, I'm a rapper first, and you know, the first beat battle I did was my homegirl. She told me about it, and I was like, well, you know, I don't really do beat battle type beats and all that. You know what I'm saying? But she's like, oh, you're dope though. Just try it out. And then I tried it out, and then it was like a drug, man, like in my vein. It was like, damn, the reaction of the crowd, and
I was about to ask you how you felt.
Yeah, the feedback from the people, the first time I did it is what brought me back. I was like, damn, you know, I mean, feedback from the producers, the actual producers who are established and everything. I was like, damn, you know, this is a good way to network as well. So I was like, damn, you know, if I keep doing this, I'll meet more producers and maybe soak up some game from them, and then, you know, they'll remember me. And then when I put out my project, I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Like, yo, you remember? Yo, it's my album. Check it out. And then, you know, who knows? These doors will open up and all that. So
these are the same ones that you were doing online for a while, right?
Yeah. So they're back
so they're
in
now
person.
In person. Okay.
Yeah. So the ones that were back in person, I won. I was in. It took me my 6th final to get my first championship.
Oh wow. Okay.
I was in 5 finals and I lost. And Los said Los seen a few of them and he was like, "Yeah, how the hell did he get robbed?"
No, there were plenty that I watched that I was like, I don't get it. How like I didn't understand how your beat didn't win, and it's not on some bias shit either. It was like it made no sense to me.
It's like. Yeah, man, and you know, it took me a few times, and you know, after honestly, truth be told, there was a point where I was like, damn, you know, I'm good, man. I'm like, I don't need the win to define me or you know, what's the word I'm looking for? You know what I'm trying to say though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like, Big and Los, out of all the things y'all have done, what's the most rewarding thing that you've done? P, I got you. I know you want to ask a question. I apologize. I'm just going to follow up by, you know, that because I want to hear, like, you know, you guys have done so much work, even with the podcast, Los, the people that you're interviewing and going to these shows. Like, I know that's rewarding, right? To be able to inform the world like these people are just as dope as the people that you see on a regular basis, right? And then with Big, you have so much going on. You drop things like, let's talk about it. What's the most rewarding thing that you've done? Either one of you.
Putting out the Ambition and I did another song with another guy from Clubhouse. Well, two other guys, but just seeing my daughter take showers to my music.
Yeah. Oh.
Aw.
Yeah, she played. I did a song called "I Got Hustle" with a guy.
Yeah.
I
He
guess.
plays it every day while she's taking a shower in the morning.
That's what I'm talking about. Some hype music.
Yeah.
That's love. Right? That's love, Big. See, that's love, Big, right there. Okay.
I mean, like for me, it was like it was dropping that first episode. Like when I recorded it and it came out good, and you know what I'm saying, and I realized like, oh shit, I got a whole pod, and then from that recording point, just dropping it on the DSPs. I'm seeing my image on Apple Podcasts, and I'm like, wow, this is, you know what I'm saying, this is real. And then my brother, shout out my brother that dropped the merch. You know what I'm saying? So I got the merch, and just seeing that type of shit come to fruition, it was like wow to me. And then so that very first episode, which came out on my birthday, because that was another like it ties back into that whole point, because like Ambition came out around like mid-August.
Right.
So I remember having that moment on Clubhouse, and then I'm like, wow. And then I just remember feeling like, damn, I felt happy for Big, because that's something that Big talked about the whole time. And I keep bringing up Big because, again, that was the catalyst to the whole shit of my shit popping off. And this is an idea I had before I even knew all y'all. So, you know what I'm saying? So it's just it's just another testament of just like, being around people that needs to bring the shit out of you, you know what I'm saying? So it's that, and then just seeing your shit out there, and then now it's just keeping it consistent, you know what I'm saying? So that's just the biggest shit right there. So it's like each episode you want to do better than the last, you know?
Right.
Okay, going back.
All right, Pete, go in there.
No, that wasn't what was happening in that moment. I was looking to mute myself because Marcus got home and I knew Oliver was going to be really loud. So I was like, oh, I'm trying to be quick. But I did want to ask a question anyways. I was going to ask if you guys prefer, as producers, do you prefer being a part of the process of, like, if you're producing for somebody else's album, do you want to be there as they're writing, as the whole process is happening? Or do you prefer for them to just say, I'm looking for this type beat, and then make a beat off that? And then for Los, for you, do you like being the person that's kind of like working through the whole process of the editing and everything, or would you prefer to have somebody else jump in and do that?
Los, you go first, Los.
I'm about to say, like I said, for me, it's like 50-50, because part of it, you get like when it's all said and done, you get a satisfaction that you did this whole shit, but then at the same time, you want to, like I said, you really want to have a team, because it's about efficiency at the end of the day. Like I've been around other podcasters, and I network in that sense and study the game and realize that when you have a team, it's actually way easier than doing the whole shit by yourself. So it goes hand in hand. You know what I'm saying? So like if I had somebody that can hold the camera, or that can, like, I can do the record, like, because the record, like, people be thinking like, yo, how can you talk when you by yourself? Like, to me that shit is nothing. But like if I can do that part and then send it to my mans that can edit the shit, then I can breathe. You know what I'm saying? So it's that type of shit. But at the same time, it's like when it's all said and done, you sit back and be like, damn, I really knocked this shit out. Like I'm sure when they finish an album, they looking at it like, yo, I really like did this body of work. Like this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why, like, with hip hop and rap, that's the only genre that's like, it's looked at as like you have to write your shit, or is frowned upon if somebody ghostwrite your shit, because this is your story. You know what I mean? So
right.
to see that you did this yourself, it's like, I bet I did that. You know what I mean? But like I said, when you have a team, it's nothing like having a team, because that's when that shit flows.
For me, I mean, I don't like I don't mind necessarily not being there, but like if I make a beat and I kind of pitch it to somebody, I kind of give it to them with an idea already in mind, somewhat for the most part. Like I'll be like, all right, cool. Look, this is the beat, and this is a chorus I think might go with it. You know what I'm saying? So, because there's a difference between beat makers and producers and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beat makers are people that just makes the melodies and just whatever. Like producing is actually like producing, making the product and all that. So I try my best to give the idea, the vision of a song, you know what I'm saying, of the beat. Like, okay, this is the vision of the song that could go with this beat, and for the most part, I've been pretty much successful as far as like, that process working for me and all that, you know what I'm saying? So I like doing that rather than just giving a beat out. But if it's like an artist on a major scale and they kind of like the beat and everything, it's like, all right, cool. I'm hoping it works and I can get this check, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So,
well-rounded. You got bars, produce, and hit the beats.
Yeah, I'd rather build with the artist. I don't mind sending off beats, but I'd rather have start from scratch and building the whole song out.
Right.
Okay. So you actually sit with your artist a lot, Big, and decide what fits them and try to tweak it that way?
Yeah, or if I'm making something and they're around, they kind of gravitate towards what I'm making, or if they have an idea, they rapping something, then I kind of cater to it they got going. But I'd rather build the song together.
Okay.
Respect, brother.
Yeah, everybody got different styles of way of doing things.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I like songs. Like, I know lyrics matter, but I think it's the delivery of the lyrics. Matters more than the lyrics. Like, it need to come through a certain way. It got to sound a certain way. I'm more into that.
Right.
Science of it, we gonna make people move. I needed to move like this. I'm more into that with song making. Like, I can rap, I can write, music, rap, but I will, will leave something out just to make the song better. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like songs.
Right. You like the vibes.
Yeah, the vibes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I like beat.
How about y'all? I want to ask y'all, like, as far as the podcast, do you guys come up with the topics like on your own, or how do you guys come up with the topics? Like,
The last one.
So it kind of just depends, right? Sometimes we're on the fly, right? We'll just start talking, and then we'll just flow into a conversation. Last week we did the viral dating where men and women, going into that. So that's the hot topic going on right now, right? So we discussed that, or we talk about maybe a specialty of what's going on in the month, right? If it's mental health, it's breast cancer, whatever the case may be. We try to break up the monotony sometimes, because sometimes our podcast can be so serious.
Right.
And like, you've seen the topics, like if you're on your deathbed, are you giving it up? You know what I'm saying? Like, we try to break it up so that it's a diverse conversation. It's not just about one topic. So sometimes we try to come up with a topic prior to, so that we can build the flow of how the conversation is going to go. And then sometimes, like, listen, we about to wing it tonight. What we talk about?
Right.
I'm cricket.
Right, but also, the name being Come As You Are allows us a little bit of grace with just like, hey, this is what we're feeling like doing today. We're just pulling up as we feel like pulling up that day.
And we're definitely raw and uncut. Like Los was talking about the background and stuff. Like, listen, you're going to get this real life conversation right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't, it really is come as you are. So when people watch us or, come on a platform to talk with us, we want to give you what we got today. Like, listen, everything ain't sunshines and flowers all the time, right? So you might not get that today, but, we like to have fun.
Yeah, I like those conversations where we're just getting together and we just are naturally catching up and talking, and all of a sudden mid conversation we're pressing record because the conversation was so good. We're like, we need to we need to record.
Dang, we missed the first 15 minutes of this.
Yeah,
right.
25 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
So you guys don't have like necessarily like a target audience, or do you?
Nah,
nope.
We're trying to hit everybody. We want everybody to tune in. We want it to be like, you know, if we're talking about music, people are they're interested in, you know, how do they get involved? Like, you know, which equipment they know what to buy and how you guys got started. A little background, you know what I'm saying? For people that don't know who you are, right? So they see big time producers and so forth, and they see artists, but they never get to see sometimes the men who are behind these scenes. Like, you might have heard my beat, you don't even know who I am, you know, type action. So it's those type of conversations that we like to have. We don't want to talk to the people that people get to see all the time. We want to talk to the people that deserve to kind of be seen. Not to say that we don't want to talk to people that, you know, whatever.
Right. A little more established and all that. Right.
I think we just like to dive into things, and it's just like a life podcast. Really, it's just a
like
pod about life and diving into to anything and everything. So we've interviewed you guys, and we've talked to Los about other stuff. I think it was another viral thing at the time that we did with Los, and like we're just having fun with it. And I think it's, for us more than anything, it's the human element. It's the people that we're talking to and what their life is like. So for producers or chefs or people who are having mental health struggles or just what your day was, you know, it's for anyone and everyone to be able to relate.
I like the dynamic because you guys are all different. Like, you know, he's very professional. Answer the questions.
Sorry, I was like, wait, say that.
It looked like she just be like, she gonna ask the crazy questions. She you know, based on what I've seen, and you know what I'm saying, like this how you are. I mean,
Navita's great. She's always really mellow, but I try really hard to like catch myself because sometimes I feel like I overtalk her, and I'm always like, fuck. But you know,
I have to shut the fuck up. I just be like, what? Okay.
Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the vibe I get from her. Like, you know what I mean? She like, okay.
Yeah, I'm here. As soon as y'all crank me up, I'm gone. There you go.
Respect.
Okay, so the last question I'm going to ask, and then we're going to let y'all go because I know y'all are busy. Big got to finish the rest of your album. Okay, you can send you your stuff. So we're not going to hold you up, right? So you can finish this one thing. I'm ready to hear it. But if somebody wanted you to produce a beat or wanted your assistance, how can they tap in with you? And Los, if they wanted to be on your platform to have a conversation about music or have a conversation about whatever, because they're local and you are in the Newport News, Hampton, Norfolk, Virginia Beach area, where can they find you?
You hit me on Instagram at Jimmy_age, AGE _ as well. So Jimmy_age_. And then you hit me on Twitter, it's at Jimmy Age, you know, and just hit me up. So holla at me, like let me know what's good, you know, and if I could be of any assistance, you know what I mean, I'll try to be for sure if I'm available. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So, booked and busy. We understand.
nah, I mean not like that. You know, just life be life. What they say, life be life.
That's a real statement.
Life be life. You know what I'm saying? But you holla at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm at my Instagram is Slim Wop. That's like Slim WOP. Being that I'm from I'm in the local standpoint, you can just reach him on my phone number if you got my contact.
And where can you listen to your podcast at?
Oh, it's I don't really have any social pages for the pod, but it's really my personal socials. So, but you can. It's for the LUV. It's on all DSPs. Of course, that's Spotify, YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? We got SoundCloud, Apple, and so you can follow the pod through that note. Then of course, excuse me. Then we got the merch. You know what I'm saying? So that's superclothing.com. That's SUUPA clothing. You know what I'm saying? You can get the merch, and so for more content from that standpoint.
Okay, Big.
You can find me at One Big Man Productions or IG, and that's the main spot to reach me at. You can email me from there, message me from there, and let's get to work.
And where can they find your album?
Or all DSPs, Big Man Ambition. Just type it like that. It'll come up quicker and easier to find.
That's a fact.
It's 4 tracks on there, and me and Jimmy did an amazing track that still I listen to this day. It's a dope track. He did his thing on that.
Thank you, man. Thank you for inviting me to the track, brother.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get these niggas to produce my album, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's one of my goals.
Now with the tape, like I need you to play this. I need you to play this, Big.
That's one of my goals, man. I want to rap, man. I just want to be. I don't even want to rap. I just want to be on a fucking song. I just want to
Me too.
Okay, let me listen. Then give me some bars, Los. What we talking about?
Oh man, you about the bars.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, Jay wrote Bleak's first rhyme, man. You know what I mean? Like, I'm trying to get PD Pablo to host my first shit. You know what I'm saying? Get a song with Sean Paul and them niggas. Like, I got dreams, man. So.
Which Sean Paul? Sean Paul from the Youngbloods or Jamaican Sean Paul?
Both of them niggas. You know what I mean? Like, all of them. You see, I'm gonna be the first nigga with both Sean Pauls on the record, man. Like, that shit gonna be fire. You know what I'm saying? That's my dreams, man. Y'all ask niggas what their goals is and shit. You know.
I also do beats for like film.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I started. That's my last venture. I started getting into beats for film and commercials and podcasts.
Oh.
I think I landed a placement on For the Love.
Yeah,
hey.
That's a fact, Jack.
Yeah.
Well, we don't discriminate over here either, Big. I mean, you just want to drop something over here. We welcome.
Oh, you know. Man.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I gotta get Jimmy's album done before I do.
Okay, well, listen. After you finish Jimmy's album, you can always,
Listen,
like I told, we did an episode like a minute ago. I'm just trying to figure out, is that shit in the vault? You know what I mean?
Listen, so by the time we put the podcast out, right? That's why we said we had to do another episode with you, because by the time we put the podcast out, the episode was so old and the viral topic was not even viral anymore.
Super dated, yeah.
So we were like, nah, we need to do something else.
But old topics come back around, so we can run it back. I think it's enough time.
We're gonna run something else back because I don't. Yeah, we're gonna have a different conversation. Because we like to have there, if it's a female male conversation, we always want to welcome in on the platform so that it's not just female based.
For sure, I want every perspective.
I don't even remember what I was talking about, man.
I don't really remember the topic myself.
It's gonna be lit. That doesn't even matter.
But I remember it was so good. Whatever it was, I can't remember either. But I remember thinking the whole time
he's a 10, but
oh yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
That sounds like jail talk, man.
No.
we call Los from behind the bars.
That's how niggas do
Tough tax
10 to 5.
home, man.
Word. Shout out to tax. Yeah, I mean, yo, Jimmy, where the date at, man? When the album coming out, man?
Yo, listen, my album.
I'm on my pod shit right now.
Oh,
listen, hold up.
Pressure.
No, hold up, because Los heard a preview of it.
Absolutely.
How come Los get to hear a preview?
He heard snippets. He heard snippets. He heard the whole thing.
Separate conversations, man. Separate conversations.
He heard snippets. He heard snippets.
Oh.
He heard snippets of the album. So my album is called the Aquarian Gospel. You know what I'm saying? It should be out January. You know what I'm saying? Like late January, like around my birthday time. So I'm an Aquarius. So
you gonna put it? Okay, I got time.
Oh no!
But no, I wanted I need it ASAP though because I want to get the promo shit running and all that. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. What's it called again? Aquarian Gospel.
The Aquarian Gospel, yeah. Well, it was originally called the Aquarian Gospel of Jimmy Age and all that, but I just shortened it to the.
So in your name, Jimmy Age, Jimmy Aquarian Gospel Emerging. There we go. I got one finally at the end of the episode.
Hey yo,
she gangster, man. Listen,
I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Yeah, man. So
that's the one
basically, it'll be out, yeah, like January. You know what I'm saying? So I mean,
Okay.
the meaning of if you're wondering, the meaning of the album is I got it from I was actually on a date with a girl and I went to this bookstore with her and we just just kill time. First date type thing, just chilling, going places, eating, whatever, walking around. We ended up in a bookstore and I seen this book called The Aquarian Gospel of Jesus Christ and all that. So I was like, oh shit, like yeah. I was looking up on it, and basically it was about like the stories of Jesus Christ that were more detailed, like a more in-depth breakdown of Jesus Christ's life and all that.
Right.
So for me, being an Aquarius, because my birthday's in January, and then I was like, yo, it's a breakdown of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being very vulnerable in certain parts of the album that people might be shocked about.
Yeah.
I remember this one great person spoke about me and said, like, Jimmy's like an onion. He has layers to him. So this album,
you do.
This album.
I get it.
Yeah, you feel me? So
when edible, what goes wrong?
So this album is a reflection of that, pretty much in a nutshell. Like, I think people will be pretty surprised at like the things like I kind of reveal in there and be like, oh shit, like yeah, it's crazy, like oh, you know what I'm saying? But it's a well-rounded album, it's fun, it's creative. Los, you heard it.
What's your personality?
Hey, I need to hear it.
Yeah.
You only get to, big man. You only get to hear it when you're done with your track. Once you're done with the
track,
we
get to hear the album. Yeah, I play the album.
Yeah.
I've been trying to tell you about P for a long time, man.
But I'm really more excited just to put it out and just let you guys hear it and just because Clubhouse, like Los was saying, like a lot of people know me from Clubhouse being like a comedic guy, hosting the battles and all that, and then doing a song with Big Man kind of show people like, oh shit, damn, Jimmy actually, actually trying to talent and shit like that.
Lemon Pepper freestyle. I listened to that the other day.
Yeah, I love that freestyle we did. We did a freestyle with Drake's Lemon Pepper song.
DSP.
But when this album come out though, man, I'm really excited for the response from you guys and all that. So, and I'm not expecting nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not expecting like like Kanye's gonna hear it and like, yo, Jimmy, what's up? Let's work, or anything like that. But I mean, I'll put it in the air because I would love to work with the brother.
Yeah.
What you gonna get from it is people gonna take you serious, and then you start getting in places that you ain't been before. That's what I got out of the ambition.
Right.
People took me serious, and then I found myself in studios with.
Right, absolutely right. Because a producer that we both know hit me up was like, "Yo, I'm waiting on that project. Like, it was good."
Yeah.
So yeah, but January, guys, January. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe we can have you back on the show in January.
Yeah,
talk
about for sure, man. I'm a fan of the show. I watched the show, man. The mental health episode was good though. I like that.
Thank you.
Good, thank you.
Well, we appreciate you guys coming on today. As always, it's a pleasure. It's always a good time, and a lot of really like insightful things. And we can't wait to see all the incredible shit you guys do from here on up. So
keep being amazing.
Yeah,
and vice versa, man. You guys are awesome.
You.
So,
thank you.
You know what I'm saying? I look forward to seeing what's going on. I want to see the raunchy ratchet topics come up. That's what I want to see.
Come
like
on.
work like that lotion on the table, you know.
Right, exactly.
He has to call out that night. Okay.
I get really. I just sit there and I'm like,
It was your
cool.
face.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Listen,
They try though. They try to get some
foot
conversation
love.
out
How
of
do they
me.
work?
And I'm like, well, you see,
like P. I mean, if you wasn't married, P, like, would you?
Man,
The old
fuck all
P.
that, man. P got niggas on payroll, man.
Listen,
Six, man.
but now she married, she can't have them conversations no more. You know what I'm saying?
man.
So,
well, I never had those conversations even before I was married. I keep that shit
P, man.
to, you know, to
Respect,
myself.
respect.
Payola P, you gotta stay moisturized out here, man. You know?
all right.
You know what I mean? Word up. Drink your aguas and shit. And, you know?
Yo,
like,
Navita's like, I'm ready to go, yo. Let's get this and wrap this up, yo. I feel you right now, bro.
2 hours of sleep. I'm sorry. I'm like,
He's like, these niggas don't hurry up and get this shit over.
no, I was hoping nobody was paying no attention to me. I was trying
Nah,
to.
you good.
that's the real goon too. We gonna have a separate conversation too.
Yes.
You guys been quiet the whole time, but
She's
y'all
behaving right now. That's all that is.
I told you 2 hours of sleep. Literally, I'm tired. Sorry,
I
Sarah.
know. I see. You know what I mean, get the snores off, but you know, big supporter of y'all.
We gotta do this.
Smile, Sarah, smile. It's okay. It's all right.
Appreciate
Your
y'all.
family here.
Y'all
Love
taking the
so
time out
much.
this evening.
Have a good
Appreciate y'all.
Much love, much love.
Bye.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Peace and love. Peace. Always keep your fingers together for peace. There you go. Peace.
What do you
This
stick it?
actually means war. This is peace. This is war.
Way to go, big man. Thank you for the.
Put them alone.
This I'm worried about what this.
No, seriously.
That's an
No,
OBGYN.
not OBGYN.
It ain't this.
Right. It ain't two in the, whatever. Please. There you go, P.
Too late for me to get involved in this conversation. Y'all have a great night.
Right.
Good night, y'all.
Thank you.
All right.